Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Woburn Memorial High School in Woburn, Massachusetts, here to bring you some Lou Tompkins All-Star League 18 and under summer baseball. Visiting team is Brookline. Hosting is Woburn. First pitch of the game comes in, misses outside for ball one. Apologies for the abrupt start. There was a bit of delay in getting everything set up for me, but we're all set now. Here comes pitch number two. And that one's, I believe, going to miss as well for ball two. At the plate for Brookline is the left fielder, number 15, Kayden Sheehan. On the mound for Woburn today is Dustin Kearns. That one in there for strike one. That pitch is going to miss outside. If my count is correct, it should be 3-1, the count to Chin. As Kearns steps off the rubber for a brief second. Now that pitch is going to miss, and that's going to be ball four. So Chin draws a leadoff walk to start us off here at Woburn High School. Now coming up to the plate for Brookline, the extra hitter, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Chin taking a lead off from first. First pitch in the dirt for ball one to Sawada. Now this pitch also low. Catcher lost it for a second, but Chin holds at first. That's going to be ball two. Kayden Sheehan, certainly someone to keep an eye on. He got a bit banged up in yesterday's game. A hard-fought 6-6 tie after 8 innings against Reading Red, as this pitch in there for strike one. Chin, late in the game, got caught in a run down between first and second, stumbled and fell, and then the fielder sort of fell on top of him while making the tag, as they now make a throw back to first to check on Chin, and he goes back safely. So Chin seems okay now. He seemed okay even immediately after the game, but, you know, never can be too careful. 2-1 the count to Sawada. Chin at first. Kearns the pitch. Comes in high for a ball, and a steal successful for Chin. You know what? I think he's okay. I think he's doing just fine as he adds to his team-leading steal count for the season. That one's in there for strike two. A full count now to Sawada. Apologies if the connection's a little shaky. Not much I can do out here in another town, unfortunately. Payoff pitch, and Sawada fouls it off to stay alive. That stolen base by Kayden Sheehan marks his 6th, as he now ties Sawada for the team lead in stolen bases this season. Kearns checks on Chin, another payoff pitch, and he catches Sawada chasing the high heat for strike three. One down, runner at second. Now coming up to the plate, playing catcher today, number 1, Andrew Silverman. First pitch misses for ball one to Silverman. Silverman playing a slightly unfamiliar, a quite unfamiliar position here, being asked to man the backstop for Brookline, as this pitch comes in and he skies it up into center. And it's caught, and Chin is going to hold at second. So a fly out to center for Andrew Silverman. Makes for out number 2. And now up to the plate, and the starting pitcher for Brookline today, number 12, Justin Liu. Kearns checks a couple times, now delivers in there, strike 1. Kearns has been doing a good job after giving up the leadoff walk and the stolen base. There was a runner in scoring position with nobody out, but he's made quick work to get to 2 outs now, and seems like there's a good chance he'll get out of this inning. But he's going to have to get past Liu, as Liu launches one deep to center. The center fielder is not going to catch that one. That's going all the way to the wall. An easy scored run for Devin Chin as Liu holds at second with his team-leading 3rd double of the summer. So back to a runner on second, but now Brookline with a 1-0 lead. At the plate now for the visitors, the center fielder, number 10, Brage Golding. First pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Kearns sets and delivers, and Golding hits a dribbler over to third. It's juggled by the third baseman. Everybody reaches safely. A weird hop in the grass there, but regardless, you do have to score that as a reach on error. And now coming to the plate for Brookline with runners on the corners and 2 down, it is the first baseman, number 6, Jack Martel. Kearns delivers. This one's going to come in low for ball 1. I'd almost be surprised if we don't see Golding take off for second. It's runners on the corners, so a prime opportunity to do so as the wind whips through here at Woburn. As they throw back to first. Oh, they did not get him. The Woburn fielders were starting to come off as if they'd successfully picked off Golding at first. Right as I was saying, I was expecting him to steal. Apparently, they were watching for it as well. Pitch. Now Golding takes off. Swing and a miss. Golding slides in with a successful steal of second. Liu stays at third. Now second and third with a 1-1 count to Martel. Again, apologies for the strong winds blowing through here as I try and keep all my equipment from blowing over. 1-1, the count to Martel. Pitch. Catches the inside corner for strike 2. 1-2, the count. Golding at second, Liu at third, 2 down here in the top of the first. Brookline already has a 1-0 lead. Kearns trying to escape the jam. And that one misses high for ball 2. Almost dropped back into the zone, but not quite. See the wind really gusting, and with how dry the infield is in this heat today, it's causing quite the dust up, you might say, here at Woburn High School. 2-2 pitch. That one is in there for strike 3. Martel goes down looking, and that ends the top of the first. Brookline strands a pair of runners in scoring position, but they do get one on the board, courtesy of the 2-out RBI double by Justin Liu. So now that I've had a little bit of a chance to, I've got a little bit of a break to properly settle in for a second here. Again, my apologies for the kind of abruptness with which today's broadcast has started. There was a bit of a delay in me getting the lineups for today, and then my technology was decided to be a little slow to start, so plenty of obstacles, but we got it started just in time. And now we see the Brookline lineup warming up. I'm going to give you the full Brookline starting lineup starting now. Leading off for Brookline, the left fielder, number 15, Devin Chin. Batting second, the extra hitter, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Batting third, the catcher, number 1, Andrew Silverman. Batting fourth, the pitcher, number 12, Justin Liu. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 10, Brage Golding. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 6, Jack Martel. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 21, Owen Hoffman. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 20, Dror Ko. Batting 10th, the second extra hitter, number 7, Kayden Sheehan. And batting 11th, the right fielder, number 27, Ben Rosenblatt. Brookline received permission from Woburn to have 2 extra hitters so that everybody who showed up today could get a chance at the plate. So Justin Liu making his pitching debut for Brookline here today. He sort of a late arriver to the team. He's only played a couple of games so far this season, and this will be his first one on the mound. And the first batter he is going to face, leading off here in the bottom of the first, will be the Woburn shortstop, Ryan Lush. First pitch, and Lush fouls it off for strike 1. This one popped up. This might stay in play. Martel is under it, and he's got the grab for out number 1. So with 1 out, now up comes the second baseman, Jackson Powers. Shows bunt, tries to lay it down, and fouls it off. That'll be strike 1. Clever idea. I always love watching guys go for bunt singles at this level, because it's not really something you see at any other level at this frequency. But I think it's just a fun extra wrinkle to the game as that pitch misses outside for ball 1. One pitch, lays down the bunt, successful this time, picked up by Liu, thrown to first, not going to be in time, gets away from Martel into right field, and he's going to take second on the throwing error. A bunt single and a 1-base error for Jackson Powers. And that's going to put a man in scoring position, as coming to the plate for Woburn, the third baseman, number 37, Danny DeFeo. First pitch, he shows bunt, pulls back, and that one's going to be high for a ball. They're going to try for the pickoff. Oh, but it was juggled. Powers, hard to say whether you give him a stolen base or an error on that one. But either way, he now stands at third as that one is going to be in there for strike one to DeFeo. Powers now standing at third with one out here in the bottom of the first, as that one's going to miss high and make it 2-1. That one in there for strike two. 2-2, the count to DeFeo. Powers leading off from third, as that one misses outside for ball three. We've got a full count now to DeFeo. Big pitch coming up. And he hits it foul up the third base line, and he'll stay alive at a full count. One out, runner at third. Woburn trails Brookline by just one. And there's a big swing of the bat. Golding on his horse out in center. He's not going to catch up to it. That's going to go for extra bases and tie this ball game. Powers trots in easily as DeFeo scampers down to second with an RBI double of his own. Getting some deja vu here. DeFeo with the missile out to center. Driving in Powers. And we're all tied up at one apiece. First pitch in there for strike one. At the plate for Woburn is the center fielder, number 6, Luke Ganji. And Ganji launches one out deep to right. Rosenblatt's not going to catch up to it. That's going to sail all the way to the wall. Woburn is going to take the lead as DeFeo rounds third, and Ganji is going to go for third. An RBI triple to right for Luke Ganji. Some big swings from Woburn. And another one over the shortstop. Another run is going to come in. Ganji trots in off the RBI single from the first baseman, Trey Dowd. Three to one now, the Woburn advantage. And there's going to be a meeting at the mound between Lou and his head coach, John Busey. Now coming to the plate for Woburn. One out, runner at first. They now lead 3-1. This is the left fielder, number 19, Derek Santulo. First pitch is going to be in the dirt for ball one. And now skies this one foul into left, and that's going to be strike one. One and one, the count to Santulo. This pitch comes in high for ball two. Dowd at first, following his RBI single. One out here in the bottom of the first. And another good crack of the bat. This one's going to go into left, and it's going to drop for another clean single. The hit parade marches on for Woburn as they now put runners at first and second with back-to-back singles to left. Now coming to the plate, the right fielder, number 3, Quinlan Vining. First pitch in there, strike 1. And that one catches the low corner for strike 2. Lou checks on the lead runner. Fires again. He got a piece of that one, and he's going to stay alive at 0-2. This one is going to skip in the dirt and skip away. The wild pitch puts runners at second and third. Now the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Lou gets a big strikeout for the second out of the inning. Now coming to the plate, the catcher, number 28, Daniel Pratt. First pitch is fouled off for strike 1. A 1 pitch. Misses high, ball 1. 3-1 the Woburn lead. Runners at second and third, 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And this pitch comes in high, 2-1, the count to Pratt. Woburn has almost gone fully through their order. Pitch. Again, misses high, ball 3. And that one drops in for strike 2. Full count, 2 outs, second and third. Bottom of the first, 3-1 lead for Woburn. Reaches out and hits a grounder, and it's juggled by Hoffman, recovers, throws. Great stretch by Martel. And a quick check with the home plate umpire to make sure he got his foot on the bag, and he did. A fantastic stretch from Jack Martel made sure that 6-3 ground out ended the first inning. We are through 1 here at Woburn Memorial High School in Woburn, Massachusetts. The score, Woburn 3, Brookline 1. Again, my apologies if the connection isn't doing so hot. My guess is that the wind is mucking things up. As you've probably noticed by the shaking of the camera, the wind is a little crazy here today. But, you know, if it gets egregiously bad, I am recording this as well as streaming it, so I'll have a recorded version that I can upload later tonight if this stream goes too far on the fritz. But so far, I think we're okay. You know, feel free to let me know in the live chat if that is getting egregiously bad or if there are any other technical difficulties you notice. Also, if there happen to be any Woburn fans and you notice me flubbing anyone's name, I encourage you to let me know in the live chat. And also, just if you want to shout out to your favorite team or player, Feel free to do that too. Also, if you let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're tuning in from out of town or out of state or even out of country, always fun to know just how far the fan base expands for these teams. Dustin Kearns back on the mound for Woburn as we get ready for the top of the second. Due up will be Charlie Engelman, Owen Hoffman, and Dror Coe. Kearns did a good job of limiting the damage that Brookline's offense did in the first inning, holding them to 1 run. Now working with a lead, he'll first be facing off against the Brookline third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. First pitch in there, strike 1. That one's also in there, strike 2. Engelman so far this season, 1 for 4 with 2 walks, 2 steals, and 3 runs scored at the plate. Now the 0-2 pitch. That's going to come in low for ball 1. That one is going to come high and inside for ball 2. Swing and a miss. Caught him with the high heat. Engelman goes down on strikes to start the inning. Now at the plate, the shortstop, number 21, Owen Hoffman. First pitch again caught chasing the high heat, strike 1. Hoffman, at this point, he's the only Brookline player who has started in every single game so far, as that one catches the low corner for strike 2. And I forgot to change the inning marker on my scoreboard. There we go. 0-2 the count here in the top of the second. 1 out. Pitch. And Woburn trying to argue that he went, but the ump says no, ball 1. Hoffman so far this season 5 for 16 with a double, a walk, 2 steals, 3 runs scored, and 5 RBI. He makes contact there, sends it foul down the first base side to stay alive at 1-2. Swung on and missed. That high heat working wonders for Dustin Kearns as he gets his 2nd consecutive strikeout. And 3rd consecutive dating back to the first inning. And now with 2 down in the top of the second, up comes the second baseman, number 20, Dror Coe. First pitch, and it's fouled sky high. Pratt giving chase, but that one is going to sail out of play for strike 1. That pitch inside for ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Coe so far this season, he is 0 for 4 with a walk, a hit by pitch, and 2 runs scored. And makes contact, hits a grounder up the middle, well fielded at short, thrown to first, and they get the 6-3 ground out for out number 3. Brookline goes down in order in the top of the second. The score remains Woburn 3, Brookline 1. Brookline coming into this game with a 3-2-1 record. Like I said, coming off that marathon tie against Reading Red yesterday at Warren Field in Brookline. They went 8 full innings, and the game had to be called due to darkness, as that's just kind of the risk you get with the later start times here in summer ball. So that ended in a 6-6 tie. Woburn, meanwhile, coming in with a 4-1 record, but that one loss, very important to this current matchup, as it was a loss to Brookline. Brookline trounced Woburn at home in their last matchup, winning via mercy rule in 6 innings, 16-4. Now in the bottom of the second, Justin Liu going to be facing the 9-1-2 hitters, starting here with the designated hitter, number 4, Sean Venezia. First pitch in there for strike 1. And a blooper into shallow center, and a chase and catch over at second by Coe. And that's going to be out number 1. Now we cycle back around to the top of the order with the shortstop, number 33, Ryan Lush. First pitch in there, strike 1. Last inning, Lush led off the inning with a foul pop-up, as that one drops low and away for ball 1. This one skips in the dirt for ball 2. It seems like Brookline was thinking they were going to go for a bunt there. That low pitch combined with Engelman charging in from third. Pretty typical strategy in response to a player trying to bunt, as that one is going to miss for ball 3. 3-1 the count to Lush, as that one gets away, and it's going to be ball 4. For a second I couldn't see what was going on there, but indeed it is a 1-out walk for Ryan Lush. Now at the plate, the second baseman, number 31, Jackson Powers. Powers got the offense going for Woburn last inning on a bunt single. As first pitch comes in the dirt, runner is going to take off, and he's going to slide in safely at second. Successful steal for Ryan Lush. Taking off for third now, and the pitch is again in the dirt. Lush takes third easily. And they very quickly try to throw back to third, maybe catch him off guard. But nothing doing, and it'll be a 2-0 count with a runner now 90 feet from the plate. 2-0 pitches again in the dirt, ball 3. Timeout briefly called over at third base, but looks like we're ready to get back at it. 3-0 count. Oh, he's taking off for home! Oh, they say he slid under the tag! Oh my gosh, ball 4 and a steal of home. Ryan Lush stole his way home all the way from first. Woburn goes up 4-1 as Powers also trots down to first with a free pass. Now at the plate, the third baseman, number 37, Danny DeFeo. And again, they tricked him, but the throw gets away. Powers is going to go all the way to third. Even when Brookline catches the runner taking off with a nice pickoff move, the throw gets away from the first baseman, and Powers not only gets to take second, but he gets to take third. Woburn's base runner is just running wild around the bases here in this inning. And once again, a runner now 90 feet from the plate. Pitch. DeFeo cracks the bat, gets past the pulled-in infield, and Powers is going to trot in to score. The left fielder lost it. I don't know what happened, but the left fielder lost the ball, and DeFeo goes down to second on the error. So an RBI hit for DeFeo makes it 5-1 Woburn. Just 2 innings in, and they've already surpassed their run total from the last time they played Brookline. Again, Lou goes for the pickoff. And that one almost got away from Coe, but he made a nice snag there. Could not get the tag in time. At the plate for Woburn, the center fielder, number 6, Luke Ganji. And again, turns around. This time caught him. And this time they're going to try and make the play, and they do. Finally, Brookline able to produce an out on the base paths. A big second out. Now the pitch to Ganji in their strike one. That one misses for ball one. A wild inning of base running this one has been, as this pitch is going to miss for ball two. Woburn getting very aggressive on the base paths, and in some ways it's paid off, and in some ways it hasn't. And this one's going to be a grounder, fielded deep by Hoffman. Long throw is going to get past Martel, but a favorable ricochet is going to keep Ganji at first with what I would score as an infield single. Runner at first now, 2 down. Up comes the first baseman, number 30, Trey Dowd. Another throw back to first, but this time Ganji gets back safely. First pitch fouled off, strike one. And this one's a grounder, gets past Martel and into right. And it gets past the right fielder as well. Runners are going to keep going. Ganji rounding third. He is going to come in to score. Dowd gets the single up the first baseline plus a one-base error. Ganji comes in to score on the error. And just like that, Woburn now with a 6-1 lead over Brookline. And another attempted pickoff. This time Dowd goes back safely. At the plate for Woburn, the left fielder, number 19, Derek Santulo. First pitch in there for strike one. That one misses, ball one. And again, turns around, tries the pickoff, and again, not successful. One pitch is fouled off, strike two. And gets a piece of it to stay alive. 1-2 still to count. Runner's taking off for third. It's a hit and run, and that's going to go into left and drop safely. Dowd rounding third. He's going to come in to score. And that's going to be a clean RBI single for Santulo to make it 7-1. Again, they check back at first. 2 down still. At the plate now, the right fielder, number 3, Quinlan Vining. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. Vining struck out his last time up back in the first inning. That one misses high, pops out of the glove, but the runner holds. Ball one. More aggression on the base pads for Woburn on that last play, as it was a hit and run with Dowd and Santulo. Worked out very favorably. 1-1 pitch, runner takes off, lays down the bunt, and it stays fair. That ball sat right on the foul line and would not cross it. A bunt single for Quinlan Vining. Now at the plate, the catcher, number 28, Daniel Pratt. First pitch comes in low for ball one. Wind continuing to gust through, some clouds gathering overhead, and the weather thing on my laptop says rain might be coming as we go for another pickoff attempt, and Santulo goes back safely. Well, the guy with all the electrical equipment here, that being me, is sincerely hoping that the weather forecast is wrong, but we'll see what happens. As here's going to be a grounder over to third, taken by Engelman, thrown to first, and they get the 5-3 ground out to put an end to the second inning. Woburn puts 4 more on the board. And through 2 innings, the score, Woburn 7, Brookline 1. Due up for Brookline in the top of the third inning will be the 10, 11, and 1 hitters, Sheehan, Rosenblatt, and Shin. Dustin Kearns the Woburn shortstop Ryan Lush saying a brief hello to his mom. As we are between innings here, about to start the top of the third here at Woburn Memorial High School in Woburn, Massachusetts. And the home team in control so far. 7 runs through the first 2 innings while allowing just 1. And part of the credit definitely has to go to the guy on the mound, Dustin Kearns. He's allowed just 1 base hit so far today. 1 base hit, 1 walk, and 1 reach on error is all that accounts for the Brookline base runners so far today. They'll be trying to change patterns here in the third inning. Leading off here in the third for Brookline, the extra hitter, number 7, Kayden Sheehan. That one in there, strike 1. And there's a blooper. That's going to drop safely and right. Right fielder thought about making the throw to first, but decided against it. A clean single to lead off the inning for Kayden Sheehan. Now at the plate for Brookline, the right fielder, number 27, Ben Rosenblatt. First pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. Quick throw back to first. Sheehan dives back safely. That pitch is going to come in high for ball 1. One and one the count. Sheehan taking a lead off from first. Pitch is going to come in way high, almost took his head off, and that's going to be a 2-1 count to Rosenblatt. That pitch misses inside, ball 3. And that's going to be ball 4. Not sure whether that grazed his arm or not, but either way, it's a free pass for Rosenblatt. 2 early base runners for Brookline as they cycle back around to the top of the order. We got a meeting at the mound with Kearns as his head coach and infield come out to talk to him. Probably try to settle him down. I mean, you never like to see your pitcher give up a walk to the bottom guy of the lineup when you've got a lead of 6 runs. You want your guy throwing strikes. So I can definitely understand the timing of a timeout here. Kearns steps back on the rubber. He'll be facing off against the Brookline left fielder, number 15, Devin Chin. Shows bunt, but pulls back, ball 1. In the first inning, Chin drew a leadoff walk, stole second, and later came in to score on the RBI double by Justin Liu. Shows bunt, lays it down, charge in, throw to first, not in time! A bunt single for Devin Chin to load the bases. Brookline's starting to put something together. They've loaded the bases with nobody out. And now coming up to the plate, the extra hitter, number 5, Keenan Sawada. First pitch, he hits a grounder over to short, on to second for 1. They cannot make the throw to first, and so a run is going to come in on the RBI fielder's choice by Sawada. Sheehan in to score, and just like that, we've got runners on the corners and 1 down. And up comes the catcher, number 1, Andrew Silverman. Quick throw back to first. Close, but they do not get Sawada. That pitch catches the high corner, strike 1. Silverman, his last time up, he flew out to center field. A fly out here would likely bring in a run, but he probably wants something better than that. Runner takes off, and it's fouled for strike 2. They were going for the hit and run, having Sawada run down to second. But the foul ball means he's just got to go back. Wind gusting in again. 0-2 the count, 1 down, runners at the corners. Kearns checks the runners. Pitch, and he gets Silverman chasing to the outside corner, strike 3. Big second out there. And now, 2 down, runners at the corners, and up comes the pitcher, number 12, Justin Liu. First pitch, big swing and a miss for strike 1. Before this inning, Liu had produced the only run for Brookline so far with a 2-out double to center in the first inning. This pitch comes in high, ball 1. Justin Liu leads the team in doubles, as that was his 3rd of the season, which he had back in the first inning. Now he faces a 1-1 count. Pitch, big swing, and he fouls it off for strike 2. Dust kicking up here at Woburn High School. Kearns sets. Pitch catches him chasing that high heat for strike 3. Once again, Kearns escapes the jam with limited damage. Brookline tacks a run on the board, but not enough to get to really get back into this thing. The score as we head to the bottom of the 3rd, Woburn 7, Brookline 2. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters coming up for Woburn, Venezia, Lush, and Powers. And I realize I never gave the full lineup for Woburn with how rushed the start of this stream was. So I'll give that right now. Leading off for Woburn, the shortstop, number 33, Ryan Lush. Batting second, the second baseman, number 31, Jackson Powers. Batting third, the third baseman, number 37, Danny DeFeo. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 6, Luke Ganji. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 30, Trey Dowd. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 19, Derek Santulo. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 3, Quinlan Vining. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 28, Daniel Pratt. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 4, Sean Venezia. With the pitcher not part of the batting order, just part of the field today, that is number 14, Dustin Kearns. Leading off for the second straight inning, and hitting the first pitch, a grounder that gets past the shortstop as Sean Venezia, the designated hitter, reaches first base on the first pitch on what's either an infield single or an E6. Either way, a leadoff base runner for Woburn. And now batting for the third inning in a row, the shortstop, number 33, Ryan Lush. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Last inning, Lush put his base running skills on display. After drawing a one-out walk, he stole second, third, and home. As he now hits a dribbler over to third, picked up by Engelman, and he dropped it! The fielding miscues continue to haunt Brookline, as now 2 runners on. Coming up to the plate, the second baseman, number 31, Jackson Powers. This one comes in low for ball 1. And he skies this one out to center. Golding under it, and he's got the catch. Runners trying to tag. They throw back to the infield, down to third. It's close, but he's safe. Venezia and Lush both tag. So that will be the first out of the inning, but it will put runners at second and third. Now coming up to the plate, the third baseman, number 37, Danny DeFeo. First pitch in there for strike 1. Brookline pulling the whole infield in, with 2 runners in scoring position. And DeFeo golfs this one out to right center. It's going to be caught by Golding. Runner's going to tag, head for home. And the throw is going to be cut off as Venezia comes in to score. Run number 8 for Woburn. Now coming to the plate, the center fielder, number 6, Luke Ganji. 2 down runner at second. First pitch misses, ball 1. And again, Lou turns around, tries to throw back to second, But Lush gets back safely. And now he's trying to steal. And the ball skips past me and goes out of play. And that's going to allow Lush free rein to score. Run number 9 for Woburn. That pitch in there for strike 1. I think the count is 1-1. The slick base running of Lush kind of distracted me from putting my inputs into the scoreboard, as this is going to be strike 2 to Ganji. As that one comes in low for ball 2. And he manages to get a piece of it with a defensive swing there. Stay alive at 2-2. That one comes in high, ball 3. And payoff pitch, he makes contact, sends it foul up the third base line. Another payoff pitch, makes good contact. Oh, it's over the leaping grab of Golding, and that's going to go for extra bases. Ganji's going to round second, head for third, throw down to third. Is not going to get there. Engelman couldn't get a grasp on it, and that's going to be a triple to center for Luke Ganji. That is his second triple of the day. What a day he is having. Now at the plate, the first baseman, number 30, Trey Dowd, as he fouls that one off the school building for strike 1. Runner at third, 2 down. As that pitch misses, ball 1. This one fouled to the backstop for strike 2. And a defensive swing sends a dribbler foul up the first base line, and Dowd stays alive at 1-2. These Woburn hitters battling. As my Wi-Fi continues to just be on the fritz. And this time, caught swinging. It's in the dirt, so the catcher is going to have to throw to first. He misses! A throwing error on the third strike. A run comes in to score. Throw down to second. They catch him at second. What on earth? I mean, heads up cover by Ben Rosenblatt in right field to get that throwdown to end the third inning. As for how you score that, good question. So Ganji gets credited with his third run scored of the day. Dowd gets a strikeout, reaches first on a dropped third strike, and then thrown out at second. Well, I should say on a dropped third strike and an E2. Golly. This game's really got it all on the base paths. We are now 3 innings in. The score as we enter the 4th inning, Woburn 10, Brookline 2. Due up for Brookline will be the 5, 6, 7 hitters Golding, Martel, and Engelman. Dustin Kearns back on the mound for the home team. His offense has been taking care of business for him, and he's been putting in a solid outing of his own. 2 runs allowed in 3 innings. First pitch to Brage Golding is lined right into the glove of Lush for out number 1. At the plate now, the first baseman, number 6, Jack Martel. And he takes ball 1. Second pitch in there, strike 1. That one catches the inside corner for strike 2. And this one's a high hopper over to short, fielded by Lush, thrown to first, out number 2. Ryan Lush taking care of everything for his team defensively this inning. 2 down, now at the plate, the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Engelman, his last time up, he struck out back in the 2nd inning. Now 2 down and the base is empty here in the 4th. And that one is in there for strike 2. And that one is high for ball 2. Two-two pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Kearns takes care of out number 3 himself, and Brookline goes down in order in the top of the 4th inning. The score remains Woburn 10, Brookline 2, as we head into the bottom of the 4th. Due up. Due up for Woburn here in the bottom of the 4th. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Santulo, Vining, and Pratt. Once again, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Woburn Memorial High School in Woburn, Massachusetts, bringing you coverage of today's Lou Tompkins All-Star League 18 and under summer baseball contest between visiting Brookline and hosting Woburn. A rematch of a game played earlier this season in Brookline with almost the exact opposite result. In that last game, Brookline pulled out the Mercy Rule win, 16-4 in 6 innings. And now Woburn close to that Mercy Rule themselves as they lead 10-2. Leading off for Woburn here in the bottom of the 4th, the left fielder, number 19, Derek Santulo. First pitch is going to be fouled off for strike 1. That one's in there for strike 2. As this one is going to miss for ball 1. This one's going to come in high for ball 2. 2-2, the count to Santulo. As this one is a grounder over to second, fielded by Coe, thrown to first for out number 1. Now at the plate, and taking ball 1 is the right fielder, number 3, Quinlan Vining. Vining 1 for 2 so far today with a bunt, single, and a strikeout, and he pops this one up. Martel tracking it, and he's got it for out number 2. It's been the most efficient inning so far for the Brookline defense. 2 down and the base is empty. Now coming to the plate, the catcher, number 28, Daniel Pratt. First pitch comes in low for ball 1. Oh, and that one's going to drop fair. And he's going to run down to second. Sliding in for a double, as this is apparently Marsh. I think I heard Sean Marsh, who is also wearing Pratt's number 28. So a confusing substitution there, but a double down the third base line. Now at the plate is number 27, another pinch hitter, and he takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Is number 27 supposed to be? No, that's not right. So this guy is batting for Sean Venezia as he fouls that one off for strike 1. That one in there, strike 2. And this one's a high hopper going up the middle, and they are going to hold Marsh at third as the throw is rifled back home by Golding. So after that single up the middle, we cycle back around to the top of the order for Ryan Lush. First pitch, he hits a grounder, fielded by Engelman at third, thrown to first, and that's going to be out number 3. Woburn started to put a rally together, but couldn't keep it going, and for the first time, they finish an inning with no score. We are through 4 here at Woburn Memorial High School in Woburn, Massachusetts. And now at this 4th intermission, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight and talk to you about the Brookline Education Foundation. The Brookline Education Foundation raises funds to help promote growth and innovation among Brookline educators, growth that can then be passed on to the children of this community. For over 40 years, this foundation has given out a variety of grants across the educational landscape. These include Idea Lab grants for teachers that want to present their students with new and exciting projects, and teacher grants for educators that want to further develop their own skills to bring to the classroom. Many initiatives which have become staples in the public schools of Brookline started as BEF grants. They support literacy education training, new methods in STEM education, project-based learning, mentoring of new principals and superintendents, and collaborative work around diversity, equity, and inclusion, just to name a few. Visit brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846 to find out how you can help support our town's educators and, through them, our students. Once again, that's brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846. And remember, you can find all the information you need about our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Education Foundation, including their website URL and their phone number, down in the description section at the bottom of this video. First up for Brookline here in the top of the 5th, the shortstop, number 21, Owen Hoffman. First pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Kearns back on the hill for his 5th inning of work. As we've got some action for Brookline in the bullpen. As this one comes in high, almost catches Hoffman in the head, but he pulls away in time for ball 1. This one now in the dirt for ball 2. Two one pitch, good contact, but right at the right fielder, and that's going to be out number 1. Now at the plate for Brookline, the second baseman, number 20, Dror Coe. That one in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And that pitch is going to be in the dirt for ball 1. That one catches the inside corner for strike 3. Kearns continues to deal here as he collects the second out here in the top of the 5th inning. Now up at the plate for Brookline, the extra hitter, number 7, Kayden Sheehan. Sheehan, one of 3 Brookline hitters with a base hit so far today, as he got a single to right his last time up. Brief timeout called as a dust storm kicks up around the plate. The wind continues to be oh so lovely here today, as that one comes in high for ball 1. And Sheehan gulfs this one foul for strike 1. Top of the 5th inning, 2 down, bases empty. Woburn leads Brookline 10-2. As that one is going to miss for ball 2. And solid contact from Sheehan, but it's going to be caught by the center fielder. Well tracked. And that is going to end the top of the 5th inning. As we head into the bottom of the 5th, the score remains Woburn 10, Brookline 2. Seems like we're going to have a pitching change for Brookline here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And it's going to be number 27, Ben Rosenblatt, taking over on the hill. Lou himself will move out to left field, while Devin Chin will move out to right. Due up will be the 2-3-4 hitters for Woburn: Powers, DeFeo, and Ganji. More gusts of wind whipping through here at Woburn High. As again, the guys at the plate trying to shield their eyes, as generally the direction of the wind has been blowing towards the plate today. First pitch is sliced foul, and that's going to sail out of play for strike 1. At the plate is number 31, Jackson Powers. As that pitch is going to miss outside for ball 1. And a big swing of the bat. This is going deep out to right. Chin's chasing it. It's going to go off the wall. Powers down to second with a stand-up double to right. The bats absolutely connecting for Woburn here today. Now at the plate, number 37, Danny DeFeo. First pitch in there, strike one. As that one comes high and inside for ball one. Powers stands at second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. DeFeo hits a grounder that's going to go foul up the third base line for strike two. And here's a swing of the bat by DeFeo. That's going to drop in front of the right fielder. And this is going to go for one. The single puts runners at the corners. And due up for Woburn is number 6, Luke Ganji. Ganji 3 for 3 with 2 triples, an RBI, and 3 runs scored. First pitch comes in high, ball one. That one's in there, strike one. This one's going to come in low for ball two. Throw briefly gets away from Rosenblatt, and Powers thought about it, but his third base coach told him no. This one's going to be a high hopper, and it's going to be scooped up by Engelman. Throw to first is not in time. And because no one was covering third, DeFeo goes down to third. 11-2, now the Woburn lead. As Ganji gets the infield single, his second infield hit of the day. First pitch to Trey Dowd misses outside, ball one. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Woburn leads by 9. That pitch in there for strike one. And Dowd hits a grounder, fielded at second by Coe, thrown to second for one, on to first, not going to make it. Questionable about whether he would have made it with or without the drop. But either way, an RBI fielder's choice for Dowd. Ganji out at second, DeFeo scores. So 1 down and a runner at first for number 19, Derek Santullo. First pitch, and he hits one well down the third base line, and the runners are going to hold on a single. Now at the plate, number 3, Quinlan Vining. This pitch is hit. It's a dribbler over to short, picked up by Hoffman, thrown to first in time for out number 2. So now at the plate is the new guy wearing number 28, Sean Marsh. First pitch, swung on and missed, strike one. It is important to note that there are 2 runners in scoring position for Woburn, and if they score 2 more runs, the game is over. As this one skips in the dirt for ball 1. As this one comes in low for ball 2. This one also skips in the dirt, ball 3. Another one in the dirt, and Marsh draws the walk. Now at the plate is number 27, the pinch hitter for Venezia. Fortunately, I'm not sure what 27's name is, but he's going to take ball 1. Bases loaded, 2 down. Potential game-ending run is on second. That one in there, strike 1. In the dirt, ball 2. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound as Busey comes out to talk to Rosenblatt, with Silverman, his catcher, also coming in to join the conversation. And as you can see, in the meantime, the Woburn coach giving a little bit of hitting advice to his batter. Two and one is the count. And that's going to be fouled off for strike 2. Rosenblatt 1 strike away from forcing at least a 6th inning on this game. But a base hit to the outfield could end this. Pitch. That one's going to come inside for ball 3. Payoff pitch, and it's fouled over the backstop. Full count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Everybody's going to go on every pitch thrown. Swing and a miss. Number 27 goes down on strikes. We will have a 6th inning. Through 5 here at Woburn Memorial High School. The score, Woburn 12, Brookline 2. Kearns coming back out onto the mound for his 6th inning of work. He will be facing the 11-1-2 hitters for Brookline, Rosenblatt, Chin, and Sawada. You know, for as much as the offense has been the star of the show for Woburn, a lot of credit has to be given to Dustin Kearns and the defense behind him. I mean, this Brookline team has scored at least 5 runs in each of their first 6 games, and the last time they faced off against Woburn, they lit them up for 16. So Kern's done a very effective job of shutting down what's been a very strong Brookline offense up to this point. We now get started with the top of the 6th inning. Leading off for Brookline, number 27, Ben Rosenblatt. First pitch, skies one out to left, and it's going to be caught. Santulo got on his horse for that one. And that's going to be out number 1, as I think I just felt a raindrop. As I break out an umbrella, we cycle around to the top of the Brookline order with number 15, Devin Chin. First pitch is going to be in the dirt for ball 1. We got both the rain and the wind out here, as that one is also going to come in low for ball 2. Another one in low for ball 3. Chin so far today, he is 1 for 1 with a bunt single and a walk, and 1 run scored with 1 stolen base. And it's going to be a 4-pitch walk for Devin Chin. Now with a runner at first and 1 down, up comes the extra hitter, number 5, Keenan Sawada. That pitch is going to miss for ball 1. Apologies there. Holding an umbrella in this wind is not fun. That pitch is going to miss for ball 2. And this one is going to be fouled off for strike 1. That one came over in my direction, but thankfully didn't hit any of the equipment. 2-1 pitch comes in high, ball 3. And that's going to be ball 4. So back-to-back walks for Brookline from Chin and Sawada. And so now with 1 out and 2 runners on, up comes the catcher, number 1, Andrew Silverman. First pitch in there, strike 1. And Kearns steps off the rubber, but does not make a throw. This pitch is a ball. Quick throw down to first is not going to be in time. This one comes in low, gets away from the catcher, and Chin stops halfway. Throw back to second now, and he has to slide back safely. What a zany play that one was, as that will also go for ball 2 to Silverman. 2-1 is the count. This one's also going to come in the dirt. Ball 3. Kearns really struggling to find the zone here in this inning. And that one catches the high corner for strike 2. Now a full count to Silverman. And it's fouled off. Silverman continues to battle with a full count. Chin at second, Sawada at first. Brookline trails Woburn by 10 here in the 6th inning. Payoff pitch again is going to come in the dirt, and Kearns has now walked the bases loaded. Now coming up, the bases loaded and 1 out. We're going to have a visit to the mound. As coming up to the plate for Brookline is the left fielder, number 12, Justin Liu. Liu started this game on the mound, and assuming that there's not a huge 10-run comeback by Brookline, Liu will be on the hook for the loss here today. He's got an RBI double already. He's now got a chance for another RBI hit here, as he'll be facing off against Woburn's new pitcher, number 3, Quinlan Vining. So Dustin Kearns, having pitched 5 1/3 innings, again, assuming results don't change, he will be credited with the win. Right now, Brookline trying to muster some offense late in this one, as they've got the bases loaded now for the heart of their order. Looks like the warm-up pitches are done for Vining. Now coming up to the plate for Brookline, the left fielder, number 12, Justin Liu. First pitch is going to come in well high for ball 1. And this one is going to be fouled off for strike one. That one's in there, strike two. And Lou makes hard contact. That's going to go up the middle. That's going to bring in at least one. Sawada's going to hold at third. Chin will score. Justin Lou, his second RBI hit of the day. Now at the plate, the center fielder, number 10, Brage Golding. First pitch swung on and missed, strike one. It is now a 9-run game here in the top of the 6th. As that one catches the low corner for strike two. Golding launches this one out to center. It's going to be caught. Sawada's going to tag, and he's going to come in to score on the sac fly. So that will be out number 2, but it will be a run number 4 for Brookline. Now coming up to the plate, the first baseman, number 6, Jack Martel. First pitch curves in, strike one. That one's in there, strike two. Martel lifts this one out to right. Right fielder on his horse, and he's got the catch for out number 3. Brookline manages to get a couple runs on the board, but still well behind Woburn as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The home team leads 12-4. Some raindrops starting to fall out here in Woburn, and I'm just hoping it doesn't get too bad before this game is over. Don't want to risk any damage to my equipment. Rosenblatt returns to the mound for Brookline. Due up will be the top of the order, Lush, Powers, and DeFeo. Coincidentally enough, Brookline now has the same number of runs that Woburn had through 6 innings in their last matchup, while Woburn themselves 4 runs away from the run total that Brookline got to score the Mercy at Warren Field last time. First pitch to Lush. Skips in the dirt. Ball 1. And Lush skies this one out to shallow center. Nice running grab by Golding for out number 1. Now coming up to the plate is number 31, Jackson Powers. This one comes in low for ball 1. That one's in there for a strike. Hard crack of the bat there, but it's going to go foul into right field for strike 2. One and 2, the count to Powers. This one comes in low for ball 2. You know, we got to give a lot of credit to Andrew Silverman. His first time playing catcher this summer. No passed balls, no big errors or anything like that as Powers pops out to short for out number 2. Two down and base is empty now for number 37, Danny DeFeo. DeFeo takes strike 1. That one's going to come in high for ball 1. That one's in low for ball 2. That one's going to miss for ball 3. That one in there, strike 2. Full count now to DeFeo. 2 outs, base is empty here in the bottom of the 6th. Cracks the bat, sends it out to left. Lou is under it for out number 3. We are through 6 here at Warren Memorial High School in, Woburn Memorial High School in Woburn, Massachusetts. We're not at Warren, that place is back in Brookline. Silly Jesse. As we get ready to head into the final inning, the score, Woburn 12, Brookline 4. Due up for Brookline is going to be Engelman, Hoffman, and Co. Vining returning to the mound for another inning of relief for Woburn after he came in last inning in relief of Kearns. Leading off for Brookline here in the top of the 7th, the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. First pitch hits a hard grounder, but it's fielded by Lush. Long throw to first is going to get out number 1. Quick first out here in the top of the 7th. Now coming up, the shortstop, number 21, Owen Hoffman. First pitch in there, strike 1. As that one comes in low for ball 1. Hoffman skies this one foul. Is it going to stay in play? No. That'll be strike 2. 1-2 the count, 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Hoffman hits a grounder right at the second baseman, and it's going to be a simple 4-3 ground out. Now the last chance for Brookline. The second baseman, number 20, Dror Co. That first one misses for ball 1. Next one misses, ball 2. Co lifts this one deep to left center. Ganji on his horse, and he makes the grab, and there's your ball game. The final score here at Woburn Memorial High School in Woburn, Massachusetts. Woburn 12, Brookline 4. Woburn successfully reverses the script on Brookline after the earlier season Mercy Rule win in Brookline by Brookline. Now Woburn gets a little bit of payback. Woburn improves to 5-1 on the season, while Brookline falls back down to 500 at 3-3-1. I'll sum up this game briefly as it seems like skies are clear for the moment. But for right now, I'll just remind you, my name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you from Woburn Memorial High School for coverage of today's Lou Tompkins All-Star League 18 and Under Summer Baseball Contest. If you enjoyed the broadcast, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all my upcoming live streams. We got more Brookline Summer Baseball tomorrow as they travel out to Morton Field in Reading to take on Reading Black in another rematch of an earlier contest. And so stay tuned for those. Subscribing certainly helps. And remember, if you've got any thing you'd like to say, feel free to say it. I can speak. Down in the comment section below. Speaking of stuff you can check out down below, you can also go down below to the description section of the video where you can find all the information you need, website, phone number, for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Education Foundation. Find out how you can help support our educators and through them, our students. You can also check out the bottom right corner of your screen for the URL to my personal website, jessesports.com. Below that, my email address if you have any direct questions for me. And below that, the URL to my Instagram account where I post highlights from previous games that I have live streamed. So without further ado, let's take a look at how this game played out and sum it up before putting a close on today's broadcast. In the top of the first inning, Brookline got out to a nice start. A 2-out RBI double to center by Justin Liu drove in Devin Shin, and Brookline took a 1-0 lead. However, that was the last lead Brookline would ever have. In the bottom of the first, Woburn got right to work. They racked up 3 runs. A bunt single by Jackson Powers, a double to center by Danny DeFeo, a triple to right by Luke Ganji, and back-to-back singles to left by Trey Dowd and Derek Santullo. And just like that, Woburn took a 3-1 lead. Top of the second, Brookline went down in order, and then in the bottom of the second, Woburn started to pile it on. A couple of first, Ryan Lush drew a walk, then stole second, third, and home. Jackson Powers drew a walk, advanced to third on a pickoff throw error by the pitcher, then came in to score on an RBI single to left by Danny DeFeo, where DeFeo got to advance to second on an error in left field. DeFeo was caught between the bags and was thrown out at third, but Luke Ganji managed to reach on an infield single to short, and then when Dowd hit a single up the first base line, they were able to advance on an error in right field, bringing Ganji in to score, and then another RBI single by Santullo brought in Dowd, and that made it 7-1 through 2 innings. In the top of the third, Brookline loaded the bases with nobody out off of 2 singles and a walk. 1 second, folks. In the top of the third, like I said, they loaded the bases with nobody out, and then an RBI fielder's choice grounder by Keenan Sawada brought in Kayden Sheehan for Brookline's second run, but back-to-back strikeouts put a quick end to that rally, and the score was 7-2. Then in the bottom of the third, Woburn continued to pour it on with 3 more runs, courtesy of an RBI sacrifice fly by Danny DeFeo that drove in Sean Venezia. And a run scored by Ryan Lush on a throwing error by the pitcher as a failed pickoff attempt sailed out of play. And then Luke Ganji got his second triple of the day and then came in to score on, of all things, a dropped third strike and a throwing error. But a heads-up backup play by Ben Rosenblatt in right field threw out Trey Dowd after he got to first on the dropped third strike and the throwing error. He was then thrown out at second, if that wasn't confusing enough. Top of the fourth, Brookline went down in order. Bottom of the fourth, Woburn managed to get runners on first and third with 2 down, but they could not get any runs across for the first time. Top of the fifth, Brookline down in order again. Bottom fifth, Woburn put together another rally. Double from Powers, a single by DeFeo, an infield single by Ganji to bring in a run. An RBI fielder's choice by Dowd. Those 2 RBIs bringing in Powers and DeFeo. And that was the last of the scoring in the bottom of the fifth. In the top of the sixth, Brookline got the last runs across. 3 one-out walks back-to-back-to-back, and then an RBI single up the middle by Justin Liu brought in Chin once again, and then a sac fly to center by Brage Golding brought in Keenan Sawada for Brookline's 4th run. And from there, Woburn went down in order in the bottom of the 6th, and Brookline went down in order in the top of the 7th. And that was your ball game. Final score, Woburn 12, Brookline 4. Well, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan from Woburn Memorial High School in Woburn, Massachusetts. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to tune in tomorrow when Brookline travels out to Reading to take on Reading Black. But for this game, that's all she wrote. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.